Hello and welcome to the Crossroads Calligraphy YouTube channel. My name is Renee and today I'm starting a new series where I share with you a quick overview of recent client work I've had on my desk. So this piece features an illuminated letter, which is a large decorative letter with some illustration to it. It's usually the first initial of a passage of text. My client requested this quote about kindness to be framed and hung on the wall. So for this project, I used gold fine tech, gouache, and watercolor, and this is on Arches hot press watercolor paper. So I'll walk you through a little bit of how I created this piece, and you can see some more up close details. So for most of my pieces, I start with a defined final size of the piece, and then from there I work out how much space I need to leave at the edges and how big the calligraphy can be. So it might be kind of hard to see, but I did all this calligraphy in pencil just to get an idea of how I wanted to break up the text, and then after that I did it with a calligraphy nib and ink, so that I could get familiarized with the text and kind of figure out where my hot spots were. Once I had practiced it through once, I did it again. Oops, sorry for the noise. I did it again with a different size nib just to be sure that I had the correct size. So once I was happy with all of that, I designed the opening initial with the vines, and then I also added later trailing vines that go down next to the text, so that it would incorporate the major initial with the rest of the text. So once that was kind of set, then I transferred guidelines to the final surface, and that way I could write the calligraphy. So the first thing that I did was write the calligraphy, and then I used my light pad to shine the outline of the eye and the vines onto the final piece. So we do the calligraphy first just to make sure there aren't any spelling errors or other things that happen before we do the gilding. So then I painted in the gold, I painted in the color, and then I outlined everything with this red. And then lastly, I just added some shading to the vines to kind of make it feel a little more 3D in person. And then once I had cut the paper down to size, I decided to add a red mat around it. So the artwork is 9 inches by 12 inches, and then the mat is 11 by 14. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little segment. Let me know in the comments if you would actually like to learn a little bit more about creating your own decorative letters for your calligraphy. And then also, if you're interested in having something like this done for yourself, there's a link in the description box where you can actually request a piece like this from me. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you for the next one.